Boys, girls, and everyone else, welcome back to another Destiny Rising video. Yesterday's video, we talked about some of the issues that we have in Destiny Rising and some suggestions that we had that I would recommend the developers to take. In today's video, it is weekly reset and a new acclaim unlock. So we're going to talk about it, talk about what you can do after you get past this roadmap or road bump, and then after that, well, where the next one is. So let's get straight to it. I can't wait for this week because there's a lot of good stuff coming. So let's get straight to it. So first things first, what you need to do is have at least one character at 64,000 power, 64,000 power. I just did this today with the reset. I had to do a ton of grinding. I had to work on my artifacts a little bit more. I also had to upgrade my Borealis. I had to grind a bunch of this to get 400 power here. So like there's a lot of little things, and I've talked about it in almost all my videos about what we could do to make sure that we're getting as much power as possible to get through these bumps in the road or like sort of hurdles, especially as a free-to-play like I am. So once you hit 6,400 and you get the necessary acclaim, this is now where we are fully unlocked. So if I go to Legends, I go to my Tan 2, and now I can claim this. Bam shalam. Now I've reached the cap. Oh, but wait, because I can claim my gold, I have a gold Lightbringer unlocked. So I have now unlocked tier 3, which also sent me all the way up to level 22. Okay. So what can I do with this? Well, I'm more unlocked in my claim. I can also get an acclaim bonus. Let's see what we can get here. Well, I guess just the one. Boosted artifact drop. Exotic artifacts drop rate increased by 3%. All right. Guess that's what we want. That's a bronze. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do this. All right, so we'll do the upgrade. Now, the biggest drop is actually kind of sort of tells you right there. It's going to be at 25. That's going to be the next bump in the road. So if we go to our claim levels, you can see in order to get to 24, you have to have 2 people at having 2 gold medals. So now that we've gotten our main, in my case is Tan 2, up to gold, now I need to work on my secondary, who's going to be Wolf, I believe, because he's also the closest. Now, because he is a legendary hero instead of a mythic, he only needs to get to 63,500. And you can see I need to upgrade his artifact gilding to 16, which is going to be easier, which we'll talk about here in a second. But yeah, so now we actually can get all the way up to 2. I have a pretty clear-cut way since I am using 2 solars because they can use the same artifacts, which is greatly helping the power that I need for those 2 heroes. So what else can I do now? I can actually go to my artifacts. I can upgrade them a little bit more. I think I'm going to take them all the way to 10 now. I was going to say, I think I'm going to go all the way to 10. So bam. So we got 10 there. That's a nice little boost in power. That was almost, what, 100? I was going to say 190. That was a good guess. All right, so let's go ahead and boost these all the way up to 10. Love it. Hopefully I have enough resources for this. If not, I definitely have. Oh, that was 200 power. Nice. Auto add. Bam. And there's going to be something that we unlock. Oh, I ran out of the juice. No. Oh, wait. Just kidding. We have more juice. I don't need these. That one's locked. I don't know why I have it locked, though. All right, bam. 10. Yeah. All right, so boom. 100 power there. Very random amounts of power. All right, cool. Last one. Let's get this modified and all the way up. Auto add. Bam. Got it all the way to 10 with that one. Sick. And how much power was that? 195. All right, so what is my rank or my power now, you might ask? 66,000 power. So bam, I gained 2,400 power just from after I hit that threshold of getting Tan 2 to gold at 64,000, an immediate jump up. 2,400 power, which is actually kind of crazy. Now, what can I do with this newfound power, you might ask? I'm so glad you asked. Let's go ahead and collect this. I don't even know what I picked up. But now we can go to our activities, and we have unlocked something specifically this week that is going to be brand new to us, and that is going to be the challenge mode Grand Master activities. Now, you can see that you have to have, I don't have any characters that meet this requirement. So it is tied to whatever the one is. So you can see we're doing Converging Gravity. So I have to get my Wolf of my available heroes. I have to get Wolf to the highest. I have to get him to 64,000. power, which should be easy now that we have this. Now, the reason I want to bring this to your attention is that it does use the same keys. I did make a video saying that maybe we should be saving our keys for master activities for Grandmaster in case it is the same. Turns out I was right. So if you did save your keys like I suggested, then you're going to be getting a lot more Grandmaster activities, because once you hit this, there is literally zero reason why you should be doing master activities. So keep that in mind. If you haven't hit this threshold in unlocking the 64,000 minimum power, then make sure you go ahead and just hold your keys now that we know for sure you can use your Grandmaster keys. And though the master keys are just challenge keys, so this is going to help us tremendously with getting more what you might ask. So it is a higher chance of getting strike exotic mods, which is good. This is going to help us with refining exotic mods. And then this is a upgrade material. It's going to help you get your weapons from 80 to 85. But is there a reason why we should do this? And it calls it out right here, and I don't think a lot of us noticed it. Seasonal gear level. Wait a minute. Something don't sound right. So what does that mean? Well, hopefully I'm not in the way, because dude, yesterday's video, I was in the way all kinds of much. My headphones are everywhere. All right, so now what is the seasonal gear level, you might ask? I'm so glad you asked. Chatter that doesn't exist right now because this is a video, not a live stream. But if you go to gear level, you could see that we can go right here and it says seasonal gear level. This weapon's gear level is 85. This is the seasonal limited gear level. Once the season ends, it will revert back to 80. So you get, looks like 200 power and an 11.4% increase in DPS and in total damage, which is pretty good. But you need 12 of these, and the season does end in 51 days. Now, why am I bringing this to your attention? Because, again, it just unlocked today, and you can grind for it with the new Grandmaster activities once you have one of the necessary heroes all the way ranked up. I went the wrong way. But you only get, you want to be really tactful on who you upgrade, okay? So, my kid is yelling. So the Grandmaster activities, again, we get 3 of these, and it costs 1 key, all right? So, yikes. I have 4 keys, which means I'm going to get 3, 6, 9, 12. I'm going to get enough to upgrade 1 weapon to 85. So I'm going to have to be very, very tactful in who I upgrade that to. Now, that is increased power, but it's overall increased damage. So it's going to be obvious, but use your main. Don't use this small bit of power to get your second person up to that threshold of 64,000 or 63,500. Use this on your main that you're going to be using for raids, because again, or just any in-game content, because this is going to be an 11.4% increase to DPS and total damage. You're not going to want that on someone who's not your main. All right, so make sure you take this advice and use those very carefully. This is a new part of the game, a new part of the end game that we're now able to access. Again, you do, in terms of getting more keys, you do get 3 keys every Monday at 4 a.m. Okay, so Monday was, well, today. So we just got 3 more keys. So I guess I did use some of my keys, womp. But again, you can hold up to 12. So you only get 3 a week, which means you're only going to be able to use 3, 6, 9. Wow. So it's going to take you 2 weeks to upgrade another weapon, assuming you have no keys, because you have to have 4 keys in order to get enough of these. Dang. That's actually kind of crazy. Wild even. All right, so make sure you're using that on the right heroes. What else is new to the game for us? If you go to Singularity, whoops, no, that's not the one I wanted to go to. The Expanse. So now the Expanse is going to be a lot easier since we have somebody above the recommended power of 65,000. You can see that we can switch between the two, and you can grind these and get a ton of rewards. And I mean a ton. So this right here, the Artifact Cluster, you get 3 from completing level 30 on each side. Now this is where I'm going to tell you to do the opposite of what I just told you. You should be using these on your secondary hero that you're trying to get to gold. Why? Because that is one of the requirements for your hero. Dude, why am I looking at the ground? So for my my main hero, Tantu, you can see I already have 2 of these unlocked. I could easily just get a third, get a little bit more power, you know, just about 170 something. But I'm going to probably use it on my wolf because he needs to unlock at least one of these. That was one of the requirements for gold. Okay. Now, because we also just completed that big threshold, we're actually fully unlocked Wolf's kit. So we have all of his talent trees fully unlocked, and we have the dynamic avatar. So what else do we get? Wolf's ignition duration is increased by 12 seconds, and Wolf's combustion damage percentage is increased by an additional 20%. So we have a lot of damage coming out of Wolf now, which is again why I'm using him as my secondary. But again, in your get to gold. Whoops, wrong guy. To get him the wolf to gold, one of the two remaining requirements, at least for me, is to get his artifact gilding to level 16. So I do have to use, once I complete that, use one of those on Wolf, or at least two of them on Wolf to get him that additional space. Again, this is a big sort of, again, opening point for the week, but also just for the game, because after this, I mean, 25 is a holdup. But again, there's no more server caps, right? So there's no more server. We can just keep pushing. So now the game's a little bit more open. And once you get a second gold coin, I think that's it in terms of any actual holdback. So that's 4. This is where you need the 2 gold coins, or gold medals or whatever. After that, I don't think you get any more. After that, boosted artifact drop can be dropped up to level 5. That's fine. But yeah, after that, you can go all the way to level 34. So the game is your oyster. The grind is now officially open, and it is a clear guide as to how you can get there. Hopefully you found this video helpful. This channel is officially monetized. Thank you guys for the amazing, and I mean truly amazing support. I'm going to continue giving back to you guys with the consistent videos, and I'm thinking about doing some live streams very soon. If you guys want to see some live streams, make sure you let me know in the comment section below. I am East Coast times, and I do have kids have school, work, and then I do coach 2 different soccer teams, so they will have to be later at night on the Eastern time, probably around 9:30 is usually when I stream, at least for my other games that I play. But if you guys want to see some live streams, let me know, because I'm willing to grind some Destiny Rising live streams for you. Let me know what you think about the comment section below. If you did miss my video yesterday where I talked about some of the issues in Destiny Rising, make sure you click on this video right here, because I also give a lot of positive feedback and how we can make it better. And I also open the floor to all of you to give feedback to Bungie. Well, not Bungie, NetEase. Pause, sorry. But make sure you click on this video right now to give that feedback and also see what I had to say about why people are mad in Destiny Rising. Click on it right now.